just as a rule of thumb, I know sometimes it's hard, but like if we talk over each other, it cuts out the other person's voice. So like just try your best.
I'm sure the other
I
hanging
can't
sessions would
play
be more
back now. It's
popular.
like,
You guys
Half
are
of
literally
them-
just talking over each other.
Monday, Monday.
It is Monday, my dudes.
It's Monday.
Monday.
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Oh, we got Cody Shear in here. What's up, Cody?
I had a rough day.
Dude, I'm sorry to
I'll
hear
have
that,
to turn
man.
some light
No
on.
cap, actually. Actually, no cap about that.
I don't like.
All right, so Cody,
solid.
you almost died. I want to hear it.
We were doing a training exercise today out in the woods on a lane that no unit has used for 2 years. So I was the platoon leader in charge of building this lane.
What's a lane?
Some kid set off or a drill sergeant set off a star cluster, which is a flare. It went up in the air, hit a tree, came back down, burned its way into the skull of a trainee.
What?
Kid died on site.
What?
And this one kid, I guess, was standing in an area and took off his helmet. And this one kid threw a grenade shell, boom, turned the kid into a vegetable. So this kid dropped the 249 and it sent off like 5 rounds and it hit 2 kids.
Dude.
They both survived, but
I'm like, what, bro?
like the trainees had a fight club without anyone knowing.
I mean, that's kind of bad.
Yeah, until they said no hits to the face, and then the first fight happened, and a kid got punched in the chest and had a heart attack and died.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, and the issue is a lot of these guys that go infantry have the lowest cognitive ability, but they're the ones required to perform under the highest pressure.
And I was just having epiphany after epiphany, and I was just like, dude, I am just way too hard on myself. Like, I need to like shed some of the that I'm like constantly worrying about. Like, I need to do this, I need to do that. It feels amazing. Spiritual healing. Amen. I was way too punitive with myself. I was like, you didn't even do that. Like, if what did I say, Dylan?
if the way you treated yourself was a person, you wouldn't like that person.
Yeah, like I'd be like, yo, this guy's a and that's how I treat myself. And I'm like, I'm a dick to myself.
That's not, being super hard on yourself is not the only way to progress. I mean, being like confident in your decisions and like being proud of your decisions and moving forward also gives you a sense of accomplishment. Like, you want to do more or have a better experience the next time. I do think you need to be hard on yourself, but like, I don't think you need to be on yourself to the point where you don't even like yourself.
Bed every night. God, I suck.
Yeah, dude. Seriously, there's tons of people that are like that though.
That is a motivator. Like, no one is gonna ever say that that's not a motivator. But it's like in Monsters Inc. when they scare children to get energy. They're like, oh yeah, this is the only way to get energy. Then Mike Wazowski realizes like, oh, I can make them laugh, and that gets even more energy.
Yes.
Like, being hard. People are like, oh, you have to be so hard on yourself. That's my motivation. Well, what if you flipped it and you were like proud of your accomplishments and you were like encouraged by your progress?
Yeah.
And you saw everything you like messed up as it's like an opportunity to learn more and grow. You're like, oh, but find the good in it,
Dude, the way you tied Monster Inc. in there, nice.
Yeah, that was A+. You measure yourself with accomplishments. It's great. Yeah, I did this. I did that. Some of these kids, based on what they tell me, they might do something, and then they look at the guy to the right and go, well, he did 70 push-ups. I did 50. I'm
Me and Corey talked about that a couple of times about like comparing yourself to other people and how it's just a terrible way to think. Like, you gotta actually be looking at yourself, but don't compare yourself to others.
Don't compare yourself to other people. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday. And like, that's a really good like short quip to live your life by, because if you're gonna compare yourself to other people, you're always gonna find someone better than you. But if you compare yourself to who you were yesterday, you're like, okay, yesterday I was this person, but now I'm 2% better. That's just like compounds on itself.
It took you how long to figure that out, but it takes like life experience to like see that.
Yeah.
It's so hard. This is exactly what me and Nate were talking about, like how everyone's living their own life. Like, everyone has their own struggles that
Beautiful, bro.
they think are the biggest that they think are the biggest issues.
There's actually a name for that. I don't remember it off the top of my head, but it does have like a
Like-
actual name.
Like a word
Yeah.
for that everyone's living their little lives
Yes,
and
they're living everyone around you is living a just as complex life.
I was never a seltzer guy.
dude, seltzers are taking over. Beer makes me feel bloated.
Seltzer 50 cup.
I want to do it. I want to do it now. You said seltzer 50 cup, and I saw Dylan go. I have this problem, and it only started happening obviously since I've gotten older. But if I drink like 1 or 2 beers and then stop, I'll get a really bad headache. Like I have 1 beer, I'll have a headache an hour later.
An hour later?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Oh my
hey,
God,
listen,
what
listen, listen,
That might be a gluten allergy.
listen,
You
listen,
might, yeah, it might be that, or you might need
Yeah.
to drink more
Listen.
water.
You might have celiac.
listen. No cap. Yeah, and I'm like, what, do I have to
That
just
means
get
you're-
obliterated every time I drink now? I can't just have 1 or 2.
just
I have to
means-
have 10.
I'm convinced drinking more water cures 90% of all health issues.
90%, he says.
I have 2 torn labrums, a fractured foot I never got surgery on, a torn Liz Frank, nerve damage in my shoulder. I got a disc that's separated wrongly in my spine, in my lower back.
And you drank water. All
uh,
that's cured.
And all I do is drink more water. And
Do you guys like do dirty talk and stuff with your girl?
My girlfriend's sitting right next to me, so I will not be answering any of these questions.
Okay, respect
can
it.
she hear you?
It's Mike muted. It's muted.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
So continue.
Let me explain. All right, so that was in 309. That was when we lived in 309. This guy, it was 309. Really, when he was dating 309. Yeah, that's really it. The guy was in 309.
Like,
You know, homo is cool.
what'd you say?
What?
We were walking by and some jacked, ripped American is walking by us with no shirt, and I think he knows me from somewhere, and he nods me, he says, "What's up?" And Caitlin looks at me, she goes, "Whoa," and I was like, "Yeah, honestly, if you want to go walk with him, like it's cool."
I see so much value in just having you guys on just to hang out. Not only just like for putting out content, but like for my own personal mental health. I was telling Dante and Dylan this like in a text. I was like, it's really cathartic for me to just come on here and just around with you guys, like just talk. Like that is therapy in a lot of ways. Like Discord has opened up this opportunity for me to hang out with my friends across the country, and the fact that I can put it out on the internet is just like a bonus. And other people, people can laugh and smile at like our weird conversations, I think that's great. Like I don't have to have any type of agenda, you know?
And that's what I was saying at the beginning. Like, let's just keep hanging out.
Like if I can't grow it, like, oh well, nothing lost, because now I have cool recorded memories of my friends and I hanging out. Like nothing lost. Yo, I got this Pico.
Can't hear you.
Yo, so I got this Pico. This makes me look like a man. It's actually really hot. I'm gonna take this off.
Topic pivot.
Pivoting.
Pivoting.
Indian sweets are the best sweets I've ever had in my entire life. Dude, it's like a muffin that's been like soaked in like honey. So you just bite into it, and or whatever it is, like sugar on sugar in sugar, everything sugar, bro.
Detox. Gotta
It's like a
detox 3 days
moist
after
sugar
that.
cake. So good.
I saw it tonight. I came in. I wanted to rip some seltzers while listening.
That's dope, dude.
You did more talking than listening. That's
Yeah, 100%.
These stories, just like any other story, if it doesn't get documented, it gets lost, bro.